Hi guys, this intro is brought to you by the letter J and medical marijuana. Goblin dick.
This is quality content. Dude is my age. Marcus is my age, and he's got like 50 years of fucking experience.
Because both the fuck out of her channel.
Louis Armstrong was the midwife that helped birth ska from the cloaca of punk.
You guys heard it here first at LTN Media. There's packs of wild stray dogs that control most of the major cities. Anytime you just hear, almost the lava. It's like, oh shit, it's about to go down.
What's going on, guys?
Jesus.
I'm gonna let you talk to Chris for a minute. I think they're both done with me. Goblin dick.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Less Than Normal. I am Chris. This is Bree, and we used to have Dave on the show, but we fired him.
Can I go home?
Yeah, Bree's like, I need an adult.
You are home.
Oh my god. Anywho, hello. It has been a couple weeks since we last spoke to you. Hi. How are you? Okay. Now that that's wrapped up, before we get into it, big shout out as always to the squad over at Miles on Motorsports, which I will be having a bigger role with next year. So keep an eye out on me actually going to some racetracks and doing some cool shit. I will keep you guys up to date with all of that as well. Dave, you had quite the adventurous past couple weeks.
Kill me. Preferably with fire. Or I'll come back. No.
It's a horror movie. Always comes back.
Oh, yeah, it always comes back. I am the perfect horror movie villain because I'm immortal, but I'm not indestructible. Those are very different things.
You know who figured out the difference between those? Vision. I'm sorry, that might be also too soon as well. It's like this is a gray area. Aren't we still technically in the blip in 2024?
No,
No.
it ended last year.
Did it?
Well, let's see.
No.
2018 plus 5 years is 2023. So yeah.
So it did end. Yeah, so we'd be on the first year with Return to the Blip. That's crazy.
I don't
Anyway.
like it.
Anyway, Dave, how was your trip?
It's been crazy, but danger's here now. Everybody's safe. My computer is set back up. Our room is, well, there is space inside of it.
It is
and things have started being
transformation.
placed where they will be remaining for a while, at least. So we're past the, oh my god, there's too many things to move. We need to start juggling. phase. Which, for any of you who have moved, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Fuck, where am I going to put this now? Phase. And there's still a little of that, but it is mostly hammered out.
That's good.
Like the bend in the end of a goblin dick. You just hammer it right out.
And that's our show, you guys. Goodbye.
Less than normal.
We're never doing this again.
Just the title of the episode just going to be Goblin Dick. The
Goblin
episode.
Dick.
the
The Goblin Dick episode.
Shit.
Um.
Anyway.
No, we'll title next week's episode the Goblin Dick episode, but we'll
Goblin
never
Dick
mention
episode.
Goblin Dick once.
That's so meta.
Yes.
That's
And in order to understand it, you will have to watch. And we'll just start by saying, if you don't understand, you missed something.
you did
And
miss
that's
something.
and that will be my cold open for next week.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Which is in and of itself meta, because unless you've seen this, you won't understand why I'm saying that either.
It's LTNception. Anyway, Bree, how was your past 2 weeks?
Work, some more work, a boy toy, and some more work.
That's right, Bree and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's very
I hear the
nice.
word friend. I heard toy, which has very different implications.
Very different.
And a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
She's like little column A, little column B, bit of both. She's Rihanna now.
No, Tom Holland is Rihanna. You take that back.
Tom Holland is Rihanna. Can we talk about that? That is the most accurate description I've ever heard in my life.
We watched the umbrella thing again earlier today. Oh, it's so good.
Oh shit!
My cousin
back.
said the words rent free, and anytime someone says that, that's immediately what pops into my head.
Oh my god. So,
'Cause-
those of you that know me deep into the world have seen the new addition to my little family. I got a little kitten. That's number 4. That's cat number 4. I have 4 cats. This is insane.
I told you y'all were just gonna keep him.
So we initially housed him and his mom. His mom is a 1-year-old Maine Coon.
Callie, where are you?
Beautiful cat. We found her a home, but no one wanted the kitten. The kitten is about 10 weeks old now. His name is Pumpkin. He's a little orange floof ball. He's adorable.
Pumpkin.
And he's Pumpkin. Lily named him.
I
My
like
sister suggested Simba.
No, ew.
But
gross.
we ended up going with Pumpkin.
You want to trade? You can have Cookie. I'll take Pumpkin.
Honestly, I feel like Cookie would get his
Yes.
ass whooped by one of my cats, and then he'd be chill as shit. Garfield beat his ass, and it'd be like, oh, okay.
You hear
but
that?
yeah.
You keep acting up, and I'm gonna send you to Chris.
Yeah, and he'll have a whole change of attitude when he comes here. I'm like a cat whisperer. Except for my
It's
mom's
speaking
cat.
of-
My mom's cat's an asshole, and I don't like her.
Speaking of cat whisperer, is Callie around?
I was gonna say we finally get an appearance from Callie on Less Than Normal.
Except we don't.
Yeah, that'd be like that.
She's sleeping in a chair in the other room.
That sounds about right.
It is apparently nap time.
It is.
Oh,
Do we
I have a
want
new
to-
background. I moved where my desk is. That way, if Danger wants to, lay down or whatever, you guys aren't staring at my girlfriend while I'm trying to do the show, you fucking pervs.
Sad.
Not only that, but honestly, I feel like your setup now actually fits like our camera screens now, or like the way our overlay is. with the circles. Because Dave's new thing is circles. I don't know. What's the next one going to be? What do you think? Triangles?
Penises.
Hexagons? Penises? Or peni
Look.
as the plural.
No.
And if peni is
look.
not the plural, it needs to be the plural.
All I'm going to say is I had an art teacher who whenever said, I don't know what to draw, his go-to was, when in doubt, draw a dick.
I mean, I guess. Anywho, let's get into the bits that
I didn't
you
say
guys
it was
actually...
good advice.
It is advice.
You asked me for advice.
Guess,
You didn't specify it needed to be good.
for real. Who can take a guess at what was number one in the box office this weekend?
I can take a guess at the top 3.
You can. Dave, what are your guesses? What is your guess?
Is it Dear Santa?
No. And it is.
Is it Moana 2?
Number one in the box office in its opening weekend is Moana 2, doing 140 million. I have early reviews have said it's amazing. So I
Is Hey Hey in
I
a
believe
lot
I
of
have. I assume you have a movie review
I'll
for
pass
it.
Then.
Okay. Number 2 in the box office
Is
in
Wicked.
its second week is Wicked, doing 81 million. Total grossing 276 million. Can you guess number 3?
Gladiator 2.
In the second week in the box office at number 3. 31 million last weekend for Gladiator 2, did 117 million. Can you guess number 4?
What the fuck is still in theaters? Venom?
I can guess number 4.
No, but Venom is on the list. What? If you say Debbie Does Dallas, Dave, I swear to fucking God.
Or Jesus something?
The Wild Robot?
No, but that is still on the list. Number
Is it Smile
4,
2? What the fuck is
It
still
is
in theaters?
not. In its third week in the box office, Red 1 comes in at number 4, doing 13
I forgot
million.
that was even out.
That's what
I heard it was pretty good. So
Girl,
I guess
girl. You went and watched that shit and you did. Girl.
I'm looking at my book right now.
So that's terrific. Number 5 is the best Christmas pageant ever in its fourth week in the box office, did 3.2 million. Number 6 is Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin. In its second week in the box office, 2.3.
Time out.
Hold on.
Say all of those words again.
Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin. As the world teeters on the brink of annihilation, Dietrich Bonhoeffer joins a deadly plot to assassinate Hitler, risking his faith and fate to save millions of Jews from genocide. It's not a Jesus movie.
Are you sure?
But it's an unexpected World War II movie.
No, but it's time travel.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's sci-fi. Read it again.
As the world teeters on the brink of annihilation, Dietrich Bonhoeffer joins a deadly plot to assassinate Hitler, risking his faith, his fate, and to save millions of Jews from genocide.
Oh.
Now,
well,
it looks like it
maybe-
takes place in the 40s.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, that's number 6 in the box office. Number 7 in its 6th week in the box office is Venom: The Last Dance, doing 2.2 million. Total grossing 138 million. Heretic comes in at number 8. Fourth week in the box office, did 957,000, coming in a total grossing of 27 million. Number 9 in its 10th week in the box office, doing 700,000 last weekend, was The Wild Robot.
Oh my gosh, this movie!
It must be good. It's an IMDb rating of 8.3. It is the highest rated movie in the top 10.
It's in running for an Oscar, so it has to be good.
It means I need to see
Well,
Brie.
that doesn't mean it has to be, but you know.
I just realized from this angle, I can't see the hole in the top part of the B, so it looks like it's a bikini bottom.
Oh, yeah.
or
God.
dick in eye bottom, which is worse.
Well, it's because the top part of the bee is like this big, and the small part, the bottom part of the bee is like this big.
Yeah. No, I figured. But yeah, so now from now on, it's going to be your bikini bottom poster.
Bikini bottom. So, coming into the box office this weekend.
Don't do that. They don't like it.
Y2K. What?
Come into the box
Do what?
office.
Come into the box office. New movie coming out called Y2K. It is a apocalypse comedy horror sci-fi.
We watched the trailer for it. Fred Durst appeared.
Fred Durst is in it. Yeah. This is something we've watched a trailer for. I know Bree and I were both like, this movie looks terrible. I want to watch this.
Yes.
And I'm kind of on board too, but I like comedy horror movies because they're like, we know the shit we're doing is ridiculous, so we're going to have fun with it, because why the fuck wouldn't you have fun with it?
The plot of the movie is essentially Y2K, which those of us in this that lived through it know it was what it was. But at
nothing.
At midnight,
it was basically
the stroke
nothing.
of 2000, the midnight at the stroke or the stroke of midnight on New Year's to hit 2000, all of the machines turn on everyone and start killing people. That is the plot.
I wasn't here. I wasn't born yet.
There's also this movie called Night Bitch.
Hang on.
It is starring Amy Adams. A woman pauses her career to be a stay-at-home mom, but soon her domesticity takes a surreal turn. It's a body horror, dark comedy horror. That's what it's listed as.
Sign me up.
Night Bitch, Amy Adams.
Those two things should not go together at all.
No. Although, if you've ever seen Amy Adams in The Fighter, Jesus.
And then we're 1 week away from Craven. Everyone get excited. Woo!
Yeah, no. Exactly who I thought it was. I'm not crazy.
Amy Adams, yeah.
Exactly who I thought it was.
The same night as Craven the Hunter, a movie called I Am the Immaculate Conception comes out. And then the next day after that is The Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim.
Oh, that's that animated one I keep seeing the trailer for.
It looks real good, though.
It looks
like
good.
legit.
Lee is
it looks
voicing
real
a character. Is voicing Sauron.
What is it rated? PG-13.
Yeah, because that's who plays Sauron.
Which is crazy considering he passed away like 3 years ago. I believe it was to right?
Be fair, they have most of his lines already.
Oh yeah. Well, as I say, I imagine this has been something that they've had taken care of him for like a while ago. He passed away 2015.
No, I'm meaning they're probably just using his lines from the...
There's a chance, yeah.
Two Towers.
There's a chance, but it looks phenomenal. I saw the trailer recently and I was like, holy shit, this looks great. So Lord of the Rings fans unite, we get another movie. What else comes out? Oh yeah, there's something else that comes out. A couple things that come out in a couple weeks. One of which we're going to talk about a little more.
We're 2 weeks away from Mufasa, or 3 weeks? 3 weeks away from Mufasa and Sonic.
And we are waiting, you and I at least, Brie, are very eagerly waiting, Christmas Day for Nosferatu.
Ooh, that looks
early
like
review.
Fun. I like vampires.
Early reviews are good. All the early reviews
I've heard
are
the same thing. I've heard the same thing, that early reviews are really good.
Yo, question. Have either of you seen 30 Days of Night?
Yeah, no. I love that movie.
Okay.
That's Josh Hartnett, right?
It's Cold Vampires?
Yeah, well, I think Josh Hartnett's in that. Yeah, Josh Hartnett. Yep. Melissa George. Yeah,
it
it's a good
keeps
movie.
winding up in the back of my head as a movie I should hunt down and watch, and then I get sidetracked with like YouTube and Ghosts. By the way, chat, I've been watching Ghosts on Paramount, and it good.
Yeah,
I
that
like
show's
the
hilarious.
Thorfinn's funny. My favorite character is probably Hetty, the Victorian woman, because she's
That's
so crazy. She's a crazy person. Her and No Pants.
No pants.
Also
Bree,
known
how
as
many
Trevor.
movie reviews you got for me today?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, hit us with it, girl.
I will make them quick.
All right, hang on. No, hang on. We're gonna add a.
We're living up to our motto. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
All right, Bree.
What just happened? You know what?
Pastes it over his face.
No, I'm also gone now.
That was so funny because you're just like, all right, you're good, and all I'm seeing on this side is still you just pasted over Dave's face. Oh, it was funny. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm going to be annoying and make people wait for the reviews they actually care about. First, we're going to start with a movie called The Mousetrap.
Wait. No. I'm thinking of something else. Mouse Hunt.
Parent Trap?
No, Mouse Hunt.
Oh, yes.
Which fucking crazy. String Cheese Factory. Wild.
But yeah, The Mousetrap is a horror movie based on Steamboat Willie, because Steamboat Willie went into public domain earlier this year, and the same day that it entered public domain, the trailer dropped for this movie. And then it had a release date, and it kept getting pushed back.
Keep going. I'm going to mute my mic and do something real quick.
So it kept getting pushed back, so I didn't get to see it, but I have finally gotten to see it because I believe it is on Peacock. It's real low budget. You don't know a single person in it. It's not good. It is exactly what you think a low budget Steamboat Willie horror movie would be. But it's not Steamboat Willie, it's Mickey Mouse, and they're just, somehow skating by copyright. I don't know how, but somehow they're doing it. But yeah, it's not good. But it is hilariously terrible. Like, I've heard some people try to say that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey was better than this. No, it was not. No. They're both terrible. They're both just trying to cash in on a well-known property that nobody needed to see a horror movie version of. But this one it's so bad that it's so funny.
I'm here for it.
It's not good. Don't go into it expecting anybody to like it. I just love terrible horror. Next is a movie that I finally got to see called Blink Twice, which I believe came out back in September. It stars Channing Tatum as a rich, I don't really know what his job is, but he's a rich man who takes these two girls to his private island. The movie starts with a trigger warning, and yeah, there are a couple of SA scenes, but they're not graphic. They're in quick flashes, but the movie starts with a trigger warning, so thought I'd throw that in there. But I really enjoyed it. It's basically a movie where it's like, let me not gender it. Let me just say, people in power taking advantage of people with less power. And the people with less power trying to find a way to get back at the people with the power that did terrible things to them. And it's really good. It's not a movie that's going to be for everybody, but I enjoyed it. It's directed by Zoe Kravitz, even though I think that relationship is over now. But anyway,
It is.
Next, the movie I forgot is in theaters, and that is not reflective of the movie. That's just my brain. Red One, starring the love of my life, the wonderful, amazing Chris Evans, and
It's so weird every time you say it, bud.
and it has The Rock and J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons plays Santa Claus. He gets kidnapped. Lucy Liu is also in there. So it's the people of the North Pole and The Rock basically kidnapping Chris Evans's character to help find Santa. It's weird because it could have been a really, really good movie. It could have been like really like an instant holiday classic that you put on for the family every year, but this is where the two parts of watching this movie kind of conflict. Chris Evans, I feel like, can have chemistry with anybody he does a movie with. So so he's doing that with this. But then The Rock only has chemistry with like Kevin Hart whenever it comes to like movies and stuff. So it's a weird mix of like, do they have chemistry within this movie or do they not? Because it's like The Rock's just playing the same character that he kind of has always played, except for in a few small instances, but he's just being The Rock.
He just plays The Rock.
Yeah, so if you enjoy seeing that from him, then it'll add more to this movie, but if you're kind of sick of seeing that from him, you're not going to really enjoy this movie that much. But yeah, it's dumb fun that you can throw on for the kids. There's not any yeah, there's foul language, but it's not anything like, there's no graphic violence, there's no nudity, anything like that. And J.K. Simmons, I don't remember how old you are, but you looked good for however old you are. He was ripped. I was like, all right, we got buff Santa.
Dude, Santa's jacked. Do you think he's juicing?
I don't know, because there's a scene where he's just over here just
fucking ripping him. It's like, all right, Santa's on steroids.
But yeah, it's dumb, harmless fun. It's not anything terrible, but it's not great either. The love of my life looked in it though. Next I'll do Moana 2, which is the most recent one I watched. I know Chris said that he's been seeing everybody saying that's amazing. What I've been seeing is everybody saying that it's not. But I had a good time with it. A lot of people are saying that they can tell that at one point it was supposed to be a TV show, because it was, and they kind of just mashed every episode together to make a movie. And a lot of people are like, you can tell it was supposed to be a TV show and it's distracting. And I'm like, it's not. Is it as good as the first one? No. Is the music as good as the first one? No. But there are a couple songs that I'm just like, all right. But it's like, because Lin-Manuel Miranda did not return, and I think it's because he agreed to do Mufasa, because he's doing the music for that one, so he wasn't able to do the music for Moana 2. So yeah, the music doesn't hit as much as the ones from the original, except for there is one song that I did enjoy and did listen to as I was leaving the theater. The villain kind of sucks. There's not really, I mean, there's a villain, but not really.
That's brutal.
There was a character that was supposed to be, that was marketed as the villain, but not really. But the new characters are fine enough, and Moana is still, a queen. Slay, alright, yes ma'am. But don't, and it's beautiful animation. Like, it's not, they definitely put a lot of money into making sure at least the movie looked good.
Well, it's Disney.
And there is a post-credit scene, so if you want to go see it, go watch it. Now, the one that I've been saving for last because I'm trying to figure out how to talk about it. Lastly, we have Wicked, which was an amazing film. I did truly enjoy it. It is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I had not slept well that all of last week before I saw it, so I did kind of start falling asleep towards the end, but that's not the movie's fault. That's my fault. So there is about a 5-10 minute chunk of the movie I did miss, but I was able to put it together myself. I was awoken by a screaming baby who started screaming about 20 minutes into the movie. And then continued to scream for the last 2 hours and 20 minutes of the movie. And luckily I didn't have anybody in my theater, because apparently a lot of theaters are having the issue of people are, singing during the movie loudly and disruptively, and it's, yeah, I'm glad I didn't have any of that. But the movie itself is really good. It's amazing. It looks amazing. Cynthia Erivo, you ate down. Ariana Grande, you ate down. Y'all's vocals ate down. Okay, y'all didn't have to do that, but y'all did, and I'm glad y'all did. What else? I've heard from all of the musical theater, the girls and the gays, that they have been crying. This movie has made them emotional. I did not. Yes, the girls and the gays have been crying. I did not cry, but that's because I was not a musical theater kid. I was just a theater kid.
I wasn't either.
But yeah, it was really, really good. Part 2 is supposed to come out November 21st of next year, so I'm excited to see it. Even though I have now basically all of the saw it twice, cried twice, will bawl my eyes out in part 2. Of course, Jake is going to. Like I said, the girls and the gays.
The girls and the gays, yeah, except for this gay who doesn't like musicals.
And this girl who does like musicals, but I like I said, I really enjoyed it. I wasn't crying like everybody else. There was a dude sitting next to me who was on his phone the entire time, except for during one song where he looked up, he said, okay, and then went right back down to his phone.
Okay. All right.
That guy sounds like a dick. Goblin dick. I'm sorry.
I think he was forced there by his wife, and then he heard singing, looked up, and said, all right, yes, ma'am, and then went right back down to his phone.
No.
But yeah, it was really good. The 2 hours and 40 minutes kind of fly by. You don't really even feel them unless you're exhausted, and then you start falling asleep. But yeah. And then there's a bunch of Easter eggs from I don't know if the Easter eggs, it's the same ones from the Broadway play, but there's some in here that tie to the Wizard of Oz. So if you know the Wizard of Oz, I don't know anybody who doesn't. At least if you haven't seen it, you at least know the Wizard of Oz.
Never heard of it. Never know.
What's the Wizard of Oz? Who's Frank L. Baum?
So yeah, there are things in this movie that tie to the Wizard of Oz that the original movie and the original book, that you'll see them and be like, oh, I know that thing.
Why?
Hey, Danger, you still with us?
You know, the funny part is I'm pretty sure this camera, it's all still just on Bree's face.
It is.
Which makes it so much funnier. Is that all you have for us for movie reviews?
I think that's all of them. I watched a lot of movies.
The last movie I saw in theaters was Deadpool Wolverine.
Hey, at least it was this year. I know some people that haven't been to the movies in what year is it? A while.
I love going to the movies, but no one wants to go to the fucking movies.
Okay. So a big secret time with Dave.
Dave doesn't like to leave his house.
I haven't been to a movie theater since before COVID.
Well, that's because you don't like to leave your house because people have germs.
Uh-huh. Because COVID.
Because COVID.
That's when that started.
That's fair. I'm sure a lot of people are like that now.
Well, luckily, I've only had like 2 or 3 movies this year that have been like packed. Most movies I've seen this year, I've either seen them opening night, so people like Thursday night, so not a lot of people are there, or they're
Thursday
just
night
movies.
is the best part of opening weekend to go with. Like,
Unless it's a Marvel movie. If it's a Marvel movie, it's going to be packed.
Yeah, don't go see a Marvel movie opening weekend.
I do.
No.
Deadpool and Wolverine was packed.
No,
Jake,
don't.
did we see it second week? Was it second week we saw it? I don't remember.
I think
wasn't,
y'all.
I mean, it wasn't packed. The theater was pretty full, but it was like there was still plenty of seats.
Because I remember y'all didn't see it opening weekend. I think it was either the second or third weekend, but I definitely saw it opening weekend.
Yeah.
Because spoilers, and I refuse to have that movie spoiled for me.
Yeah.
And now it's on Disney
okay,
Plus.
it wasn't until, and yeah, I've seen it. If you haven't seen it yet, it's your fault. I saw it on Disney Plus.
That's fair. We're past the point.
But yeah, so I didn't know until I watched it like a week ago that Channing Tatum was in it, or that Wesley Snipes was in it, or that Jennifer Garner was in it.
Somehow got to miss all of that because that's all that was on the internet.
Oh my god, dude. Bro, can we talk about how I don't give a shit how they do it or when they do it, but I need a Gambit movie, and I need it to be with Channing Tatum.
Yeah, no. Oh man, his accent was so good. Can we talk about how good Wesley Snipes looks with that little gray patch?
Oh my god, I love it. Wesley Snipes, and I love the little fucking jab where he's like, "I'm the only Blade."
Hey, are you gonna? Hey, one of us should tell him. You better fucking not.
You just got that man killed.
No, I didn't.
That was fucking great at the end. Gotcha,
and then
bitch.
the end.
Yeah.
I love that Dave has now seen it, so now we can just quote this movie.
Oh my god.
Hey, and thank you for not spoiling things for me.
Dave, all I want to do is talk to you about that movie so bad.
All I want to do is just pull out the Chris Evans monologue at the very end because I love
it.
It's
so good.
Cassandra Nova, a finger like
he's gonna say the line, "Avengers, flame on, assemble." Huh?
Huh? I heard the voice. I was like, "It's Chris Evans," and I was like, "Oh shit, it's Johnny Storm." Can we talk about how that was just a love letter to all the Fox characters?
Because I was like, I know that voice. Oh my god, and then I wasn't even thinking about which character he was. I was just excited to see that man on the screen.
Big ups to the actor who played Paradox. He did a good job.
Yeah, he did a great job.
He did a really good job.
No,
he
Paradox
has
is
risen, baby girl. Fuck.
Oh my god, I'm Marvel Jesus. The only acceptable thing now is a Deadpool cameo in every MCU property. That's the only acceptable thing now. We've been told it was thought about. It needs to happen.
He just takes over Stan Lee's job.
That's what I hope. So Dave wants to talk about something that he's been waiting like 2 weeks to talk about.
Is it the thing?
Dave, do you want to tell us what Duolingo on Ice is?
It's a horror show that's officially a Duolingo product. It's done by Duolingo. They feature snippets from it on their official YouTube page. You should go see it. It's a fucking nightmare, but of the best variety. Bree, what if you were to watch a horror movie dressed up as an on ice musical, dressed up as an edutainment thing for children? Because that's what this is.
I don't think I've seen a horror movie be on ice yet. Actually, there have been horror movies that have
No, that's not true.
Ice, but not.
I was going to say, there are definitely horror movies on ice because Crystal Lake is frozen in like half the fucking movies.
Maybe later movies, but not any of the first like 5.
Oh no, but I'm thinking like in the trailers, like you always see him busting out of ice or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's fucking all of them have done that at least once. Where are you, Link? So we're gonna collectively watch a number from Duolingo on Ice. It is called, wish this was a joke, Spanish or Vanish. It's about doing your Spanish lessons.
Just make sure you share your stream.
Oh yeah, yep, we're it's gonna happen. You're not gonna like it, but it's gonna happen. Or actually, you'll probably love it. This is fucking me and Ricky lost like 2 hours of productive time giggling about Duolingo on Ice the other day. That is not a joke, and I'm kind of ashamed. So without any further ado, and this is Chris and Bree's first time seeing this, I give you Spanish or Vanish from Duolingo on Ice from the official Duolingo YouTube channel. Okay?
I'm losing my mind already, and it hasn't even started yet.
It's choices were made. And they were choices, but they're choices that I agree with for some goddamn reason.
Are you sitting? We need to talk. You made a promise. Rain, snow, or apocalypse. You wouldn't stop this streak we had going. No tengo respuesta. Nadie me contesta. Esto me molesta. I'm not joking when I say I'm about to up the stakes. Si no practicas, ya verás lo que sucede.
If you don't practice, you won't succeed. No arguing. Amo la carne humana means I love human meat. And I'm very hungry.
Oh my god.
This is from Duolingo. This is their actual product.
You know, this makes me rethink the fact that it's been a while since I've done my Italian lessons. I should probably do that. Oh my god.
So that's Duolingo on Ice. And it's possibly one of the best things
On Ice, the new
ever. Here's one about a Duo plushie. It's called Owl on the Prowl. I Hate Christmas, Duolingo featuring Lily. The Roast of Duo. So like, I don't know who is in marketing and public relations over there, but they're doing the Lord's work. There's no other way to. This is just this. You know what? Since my song of the week is related, let's just go right into my song of the week, which is a short film, based on the Duolingo on Ice. That's also a musical. I'm still sharing my screen to you guys, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Fabulous. The song is Bring My Parents Back featuring Timmy by Duolingo. Here we go.
The only thing I want on Christmas Day is my mom and dad who were taken away by an owl with a BBL.
By an owl with a BBL.
Now I find myself here all alone. They're not picking up when I call their phone. I wonder if they're okay. Hope they're thinking of me. They said Spanish or Finnish. I thought it was a joke. Now I'm clinging to one strand of holiday. Hope bring my parents back. That's all I ask of you today. I don't need Minecraft or any plastic junk. Just want you to let my parents out of that trunk. Bring my parents
Bree's face tells me everything I need to know.
mistakes are in the past. I swear I've changed. The frozen pizza's gone and I don't know what else to make. I promise that I'll study if you bring my
The frozen pizza's gone and I don't know what to make.
Christmas Day.
Oh, Duolingo, please
I need a
sponsor
drink.
us.
I need a
Please
drink.
sponsor us. I would literally stream my lessons. Please sponsor us. Y'all are legends.
And when no. And then we'll let him lose his streak. And when he loses his streak, you get me one of those owl costumes and a plane ticket, and I will
Dude,
body
you're
slam
gonna
him
show the
through a
fuck up.
table. And I will
And listen,
body slam him through a table.
I'm a wrestling fan, so I will absolutely do a table spot. No questions asked.
Well, because together we know how to make the table that they use for that. And
I mean, yeah.
you know how to take a fall.
I do know how to take a fall, yeah.
That's
So
the first
we
thing
can
they
have
teach
it.
you in judo and jujitsu too, and wrestling. Those
Gotta
three are
fall.
like, okay, if you're gonna fall down, this is how you fall down. I don't plan on falling down. Yeah, nobody plans on it, but this is how you fall down. You can not plan on shit all you want. Everyone falls. But yeah, no. So that's the Duolingo YouTube channel, which I am, bink, now subscribed to. Because, you know what? Hang on. There's one more. Oh my god, I typed in the word French and it pops up French or the Trench. And this just has a bunch of fun rhymes about an owl murdering you for not doing your Duolingo lessons. No, you gotta listen to this, Chris. This is fucking crazy.
Sorry, I was trying to do 2 different jobs at once. Here's my thing, though, is
Hawaiian, or you're crying and lying in the street now.
I want to see Duolingo on Ice.
Yes,
I
this
wanna
is
see
not
it.
sponsored.
I
just
see
need
it.
to know what the fuck is going on.
We're not sponsored, but Duolingo, we will absolutely be open to talks.
Yes, because this is. You see why this had to be my musician of the week and my honorable mention and and a news spot. Because
Dude.
this is all so fucking clever.
Not to mention, 2 of the 3 of us are musicians on this show.
And the other one is a writer.
Exactly. So we could literally just make a dope ass video. Oh my god, that was fucking excellent. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Hey Viking. So
Crush tiny thing.
A couple
Sorry.
shows that I do want to talk about that we didn't really get a chance to talk about much that have been released. The first 2 episodes of Star Wars Skeleton Crew was released today. I have not watched it yet. I plan on watching it tonight. It looks
Skeleton
like
Crew's the one with the kids, right?
Yeah, it's the one with Jude Law.
I'll probably watch it.
It looks really good. I'm very excited.
I'll give him a chance because they're not leaning on any of the old stories. They're trying to tell a new story, and honestly, it looks adorable. And who doesn't love Jude Law?
Exactly. I think of Pineapple Express. If you help me, you'll come back as a dragon. You'll come back as Jude Law. What if I don't help you? You'll become an anal bead. Who's anal bead? My anal bead. Yeah, I'd rather be a dragon. That's what I thought. The other show that is out that actually dropped at the end of October is Dune Prophecy. It is a prequel to the Dune films. It's set 10,000 years in the past, 10,000 years before the events of Dune Part 1 and 2. I've heard really good things about it. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. My dad has been watching it and says it's really good. So if you guys are Dune fans, definitely check that out. As well as I think we're getting close to the end of Arcane Season 2. Which Bree and I definitely are excited to continue watching for sure. I loved what we've watched so far. Viking, thank you so much for the 5 months, my guy. Thank you for that Twitch Prime.
Thank you for the subby wubby.
It's Finn. Everybody run.
I'm never doing that voice again. That was a one-time thing specifically for you, Fen.
I am making sure to clip that. I'm making sure to clip both of those.
What?
Whoever ooh-wooed. Yeah,
I
so
didn't.
Bree did, so that'll live on forever. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in checking that stuff out, definitely do that. We do have some trailers for you today. I am so unbelievably excited for all 3 of these, just because fucking yes. We have a quote-unquote official trailer now for the Minecraft movie, which I cannot wait to go see.
Tangential Minecraft news while I'm getting that prepared. Development of Super Secret Craft 4 is underway and already about half complete because I couldn't sleep the other night, and that's how Dave works.
I saw a couple sneak previews of it before we went live, and it looks really good.
It's pretty, like a girl.
Am I a pretty girl? Yes, you're beautiful.
Sure.
Of course you're a pretty girl.
I was quoting SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. I got it immediately.
I didn't know you were quoting SpongeBob.
Got it immediately. And so I was like, sure, you're beautiful. I am. They're here under the floorboards.
You know what
That whole
else is here under the
episode, by the way,
floorboards?
I don't know if you
were
know
there
this, Bree, but that-
Jaegerman Jensen?
Yes, that whole episode is loosely inspired off of A Telltale Heart, which is written by Edgar Allan Poe. There are so many similarities to. It's so funny.
Bedgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe. All right, let's watch some Minecraft trailer.
All right, so this is the B movie.
B movie 2 Electric Boogaloo. This one has less of a weird romantic aspect.
No. B movie 2 Electric Boogaloo We couldn't afford so many polygons.
I love B-movie.
It's dude.
I never
how the
saw
fuck
it.
are you
It
gonna
looks
fall in
stupid.
love
I
with
don't
a
like
woman,
Jerry
like a
Seinfeld.
bee
Jerry,
who
if you're
falls in
watching
love
this,
with a-
Wanna watch it?
I know I told you I loved your work that one time we met. I don't. It's middling at best, and
Yeah, I
observational
loved
humor is always kind of weak.
Yeah.
Seinfeld's like one of my favorite shows ever. Shout out Larry David.
Yeah, Seinfeld was all right. The show. I'm
It's
talking
just-
about his.
Yeah, his stand-up's
Stand-up.
not the best. His stand-up's not the best. It's
No,
not,
the show was
I love-
fine.
Yeah, the show is arguably one of the best sitcoms ever made. Actually, I don't think that's arguable.
No, I
Top
think it's
5 ever.
arguable.
Top
Top
5.
five, I'd say, sure.
For sure. Top 5 for sure.
Depends on who you're asking, because most people would say Friends.
Friends, I wouldn't even put in the top 10. Friends is funny, but it's not that funny compared to
I'd
everything.
put Friends in
That's-
the top 5. I'd also put Frasier in the top 5. But I'm a
I
weird
would
guy
put-
because you're not supposed to
I would
like
put
all three
Frasier
of
up there,
those.
too.
Um,
Frasier, Cheers. That's a conversation. I'll tell you what. That's a conversation that we'll have in another episode. We will talk about what we think the top
next
5
week
best
we'll
sitcoms.
talk sitcoms. Yeah, because
There we
Cheers
go. I'm here for
was
that.
Ted Danson's weird.
Ted Danson in the 80s was weird.
Yeah,
All right, let's do this.
he's so cute.
I am Steve. As a child, I yearned for the mines, but something always got in the way.
Go on! Get out of here!
But the call of the mines was too strong. So one day, I started digging and digging until I found
The Tesseract?
this.
I think you found the Tesseract.
A
Yeah, that
wonderland
literally is the
anything
Tesseract.
You can imagine is possible. As long as what you imagine can be built out of blocks. Atta boy!
The wolf is so cute.
Where are we?
Wait, who are you again?
Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison. Gamer of the Year 1989. Whatever. I barely think about it.
Welcome to the overworld. Anything you can dream about here,
Redstone.
you can make.
This is so fucking cool. I mean, people are like, I don't like the blocky aesthetic, but I'm like,
Don't you know it?
I'm so here for all of this. Okay, I have one minor problem.
What?
And I realized they started changing how some of that works. But, so there were regular piglins in the overworld. Piglins turn into zombie piglins in the overworld. It's not a being in sunlight thing. If they're in the overworld, they turn into zombie piglins. That's just how they work. But I know in Minecraft Dungeons, they've started having them invade the overworld, which doesn't make sense. I'm a nerd. It's fine. That nether portal looks sick, though.
That nether portal does look sick.
For this world. If we want to stop them, we're gonna need to create something amazing. Let's go to the stash.
Iron Golem.
What's this junk?
An ender pearl. Teleports you to wherever you throw it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that looks so sick.
And that was the only one I had. No biggie.
So those are easy to farm.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing you need to know.
Not till you get late game, though.
Great.
That's fair.
Now it's dark. Does that feel quick to anyone else?
Yes.
Oh, I love them! I love the Manses!
Oh my god. Can we just... Oh, let's... Yes. Everything about what we just watched, yes.
I've seen better reactions to this trailer over the original teaser trailer, because y'all know the teaser trailer everybody was hating on, but I've heard better reactions to the official trailer.
Which is stupid because the original great. But at least with this one, we have a story.
Mm-hmm.
Also, again, I will stand by this that they didn't have to buy that outfit for Jason Momoa because he probably already owned it.
Also,
Especially the
what
wig.
he looks like 100% makes sense because he's playing essentially the same type of character. Oh, what's his name? Played in Pixels. The guy who cheated at the game.
Oh, was it Peter Dinklage?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was Peter Dinklage.
Did Peter Dinklage play him?
I think it was Peter Dinklage.
It might not have been. It might have been another little person, and I just can't remember. But I swear it was Peter
Kind of the only one
Dinklage.
in it. Peter Dinklage, yeah, that was who it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that same kind of character who's kind of stuck in the 80s, and I'm like, oh, that explains the haircut,
His
the graphic tee,
mullet,
the crazy fucking jacket, right? Yeah. So I'm all on board with all of that. I mean, I always was, but I'm also a guy who could randomly take any article of clothing out of Elton John's wardrobe and rock it like a motherfucker. So,
one thing I will not disagree with you on.
Will it look good on me? That's subjective. Will I wear it and love it? Fuck yeah.
Yes.
My man Elton got fashion sense coming out his ass.
That's true. I seen it.
He didn't seem to.
He really didn't.
No. All right.
All right.
This one I'm excited for because I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen any of these yet. I like to do live reactions to trailers.
I happened to see the Minecraft one on TV. That was the only difference. That was the only thing.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of over-the-air TV, so.
Yeah, neither do I. It just happened to be the one fucking thing I watched. I was like, son of a bitch.
When you carry this axe, you carry all of us with you.
Dad, I can't kill dragons.
But you will.
Is that Gerard Butler?
I'm a Viking.
Yeah, sounded like it. Sounded more than looked, to be fair.
Toothless. And it looks like Toothless.
I was like, the dragons look incredible.
The dragons are. There is no way I am not seeing that movie in theaters. There is not a shot in hell that I missed that. Also, if that's Gerard Butler, then I'm fucking here for him reprising his role.
We know it's not Gerard Way.
No, because Gerard Way is not Scottish.
And not built like that. Even remotely.
No, he is not. It is Gerard Butler is back as his character. Although they missed out, I think, on actually some of the people from the original movie are in it. That's awesome. They missed out on their opportunity to have Jay Baruchel be Hiccup in a live action film.
Okay, let me just make sure real quick that the person playing Hiccup is who I think it is.
Because Jay Baruchel voiced him in the How to Train Your Dragon.
Right.
Movies. So, and he's like our age, so.
Yeah, I loved him in Sorcerer's Apprentice too.
Oh, he was so good in that movie.
Dude, like, why doesn't, when people talk about, like, really cool movies about, like, magic and wizards and shit, why does nobody ever bring that up?
Because it's Nicolas Cage.
But it's a really clever story. Nick Cage is perfect for the role he plays.
Jay Baruchel was awesome in $1 Million Baby, too, but people forget he was in that movie. That movie was excellent. Shout out to Clint Eastwood. Who's the kid that plays Hiccup, Bray?
His name is Mason Thames. He was in The Black Phone.
Oh, okay. That movie was so fucking good.
Speaking of movies and an opinion about whether or not they are or are going to be good, there's this questionable choice from Sega.
I don't know. I have high hopes. Because the first two
I have
are so
high hopes
amazing.
for. I have high hopes for one reason.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves,
because Keanu Reeves reads scripts and doesn't do movies he doesn't like, and he seems to have pretty good taste in movies since I like the movies he's in.
He's never really made a bad movie. Like, I can't think of even movies that weren't great were still decent. They weren't bad. Bill and Ted
But,
movies,
like,
most people hate. Those are great
The
movies.
Bill and Ted movies are amazing.
Iconic.
So I saw somebody do a video essay on the movie Constantine and how Constantine is kind of like the John Wick before John Wick, because the characters, while not having a lot in common, both have that, like, full confidence, walk into the situation knowing what they have to do and annoyed that it needs done sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's real fair. And I love how the writers for Constantine were like, we didn't want to do a bunch of exposition, so we just pretended we were writing a sequel to a movie that already explained who Constantine was and left it for the audience to figure out along the way.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I'm like, yo, that's why, because the movie does a really good job of explaining who John Constantine is, but they deliver the exposition in a way that I think is better than a lot of superhero movies do.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So I would be interested to see that approach in the future applied to things. I'm so glad he's coming back to play John Constantine again. I heard an interesting rumor that so there is another really powerful magic man in Marvel who's not the Sorcerer Supreme.
Doctor Strange? Because he's not the Sorcerer Supreme.
All right, let's watch the Sonic trailer.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
You're not wrong, though. Steven is, in fact, not Sorcerer Supreme. I just watched
I
Multiverse
specified in the comics. Magnus.
Oh, yeah. Magnus Bane?
Yeah. But I heard a rumor that they
Magnus Bane.
do what? And who's that?
I said there's only one person I give a shit. And if it's, I don't care what portrayal of Magnus Bane it is if it's Harry Shum Jr. or nothing. Anyway, let's watch the trailer.
Here we go. Showtime.
What is this den of madness?
Are you Detective Pikachu?
He does look like a Pokemon. Pika Pika.
Okay.
What? Get down.
I don't think I ever saw the second one.
Finally, we will have our revenge.
Second one's real good.
But what good is a dastardly plot?
Because I don't remember
Conspire
Knuckles.
with family.
There's 2 Eggmen now?
Double your villains, double your fun.
Any last words?
Nice magic marble, real scary. That actually is real scary. Trick shot. Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super... Knuckles, do you mind?
Oh, excuse me.
Tom, Maddie, we need your your help on a super dangerous top secret
Okay.
We're in.
mission. Are you ready?
We were born ready.
Was that the guy who played the guy from
Keep up.
the show?
Come on, Granddaddy.
Yes,
We've got
it was Shamar Moore.
with shadows powered.
Thank you.
We can rule humanity. When we're done, there won't be anything.
Derek Morgan,
Yes, from Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds.
Somebody better call Google Maps.
Life's all about the choices we make. Remember to listen to your heart. You're gonna make the right choice when it matters the most.
One headshot to another. Who does your highlights?
The more you talk, the harder I want to hit you.
This ends now.
Our destiny awaits. You were right about one thing. This ends now.
So I need to watch the second one. Maybe I did watch the
Yes.
second one. No, because I don't remember Knuckles.
What the fuck?
I love how that just looks like Jim Carrey as his character from Lemony Snicket's Series of Unfortunate Events.
It really does. He looks like Count Olaf.
Count Olaf, yes, thank you. I couldn't remember his fucking name.
Which, by the way, have you guys seen the trailer for the upcoming show that they're doing? The Series of Unfortunate Events.
They're doing another one.
They're doing a
There's the
show.
movie. There's a show
doing-
already on Netflix.
Yes. Okay, so that one. Have you guys seen that show?
I've seen
No.
the first season
Dude,
and like
Neil
the first
Patrick
half
Harris
of season
plays
2.
Count Olaf.
Okay, it's probably pretty good then, because that's
Jake
another
and I were
person
talking
who-
about it the other day, and I was like, okay, I haven't seen this, but I need to watch this.
Because he's not as picky as Keanu, but he's pretty picky.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck with stuff he doesn't get behind. Yeah, all right,
does
yeah,
it
because Jake and I
very-
were talking about it.
He does a very good
Well, and I
job
saw-
of being Count Olaf.
Oh.
What is?
No, yeah.
Give me like 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, Bree.
What
are you
day?
doing?
I've been coughing for the last week. So my chest hurts.
That sucks.
But other than that, I am okay. I hate my job. But what else is new?
I mean, you could always piss in the batter.
I was about to make a joke, but that is not a joke for while we're live.
Fair. Type it in the chat, though. Not that chat, but this chat. You know what I'm
I
talking
know.
about.
I know which chat.
So
Who wants free kitten content? Come here, bud.
it's not free. Pay
Oh,
$5,
I
or I'm
know.
not going to let it be on the stream. Hang on.
Hey, everyone, say hi
I
to
need-
Pumpkin.
Nope, they can't. I need someone to pay up. $5. $5 or no pussy. All right, there's pussy. And Chris has a cat too.
Look at little Pumpkin.
Yeah, I know. Chris probably does too.
Hi.
Danger says she hates me sometimes.
Digital footprint. We're gonna delete that message.
I didn't see
doing,
it.
bud?
Hang on.
Hold on, I put it back.
Oh God.
I mean, I could also just check.
You want
the
to get down,
logs.
buddy? You want to go play?
Oh, that's fine too.
Go play.
Oh no, I can't. We don't have them set up here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to keep holding you? I think you want me to... Come here, bud. Hi.
Hello, tiny cat.
Oh, now he's bored of me. Oh my God. Wait, that can mean so many different things. I need clarification.
Well, Dave said piss in the batter.
Oh yeah, that's you. Yeah, then that situation wouldn't work.
Yeah.
You just want to play with me. You can't play. We can't play right now. We'll play in a little bit. Bro, he is just chilling, looking at me. This cat has stolen my heart. Oh, hi, Garfield.
Yo, he better give it back. You need that to live.
Hi, Garfield. Dude, it's so adorable. I'll have to post the picture. But I have a picture of old man orange cat Garfield and little pumpkin right next to him, and it's the cutest picture on the planet. So everyone be prepared for constant cat photos in the Discord server.
I'm surprised the attention whore is okay with another cat in the house.
Garfield loves him.
That's good, at least.
Oh yeah, no, they are buddies. Mittens didn't like him at first, but they're vibing now. Scout is afraid of him.
Yeah, Callie gets along with everybody pretty good.
Cookie tries to sniff other animals' butt.
Well, that's a animal thing. That's how they.
Yeah.
The animals that he tried to sniff the butts of do not like him sniffing their butts.
Probably not. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, no, Callie, because there are 3 other animals in this house, a dog and 2 cats, and the one cat is too stupid to care. Look, you laugh. He's a Siamese. He's cross-eyed. His favorite pastime is staring at the wall, wondering when it's going to move again.
My dad had a Siamese, cross-eyed Siamese cat when he was a kid.
The motherfucker will sit there and stare at the wall for hours. And I'd be like, yeah, he's sleeping or something, except his ass is sitting up. And occasionally he'll lean in and look a little more intently and then lean back away at the same fucking spot on the wall. The cat's stupid. I'm real glad he lives with people, because if he didn't live with people, he probably would have got ate real quick.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. I will say it's funny to have little pumpkin in my hands then, because he's only like 10 weeks old.
Mm-hmm.
And like fast forward a couple months, he's gonna be a fucking tank. He's part Maine Coon. I'm not sure what the father is, but I
would
know
imagine it's an orange tabby.
Mama was orange. Mama is orange, and for her, she's only a year old, and she's a tank of a cat. So that Maine Coon is going to be.
Oh yeah, no, Maine Coons are big fucking cats.
Huge. Mittens is a Maine Coon, but he was the runt of the litter, so we think that's part of the reason he's small. Yeah, but he's just wide. We need to get him a treadmill. That cat needs to.
We need to get him a cat.
Your cat.
Listen, I love him to death, but like he's round.
No. You literally love him to death. Quit feeding him.
We don't leave food out. We feed them like twice a day and not a shit ton.
For those of you who are observant, my background is different. There's mostly the same stuff that was in it before. I guess the sand sticker is new to be in frame. And then if we come over here, there's the guitars. And can you see? Can I get it to go far enough to see? Behind this one is a picture of a My Hero Academia character that my daughter drew like 3 years ago.
So we don't see the giant Marvel poster.
Yeah, but it's in the Marvel poster.
Where the fuck am I gonna put it? I'm in a little.
That's fair.
There's a little cubby here that's. That's why I wanted to take down the wall and cut the closets in half. But that's probably more trouble than it's worth.
Is just the very festive Christmas tree. That's it, and the little kitten that's about to go fucking attack my Christmas tree. Look at him, little shit.
I'm excited for this.
What?
gonna be the best thing that happened all day. Watching that tree fall the fuck over and the cat go, "Oh no, what do I do?"
It's a like 3-foot tree, and he's a 3-pound cat. That ain't going anywhere. He only plays with I usually tell him no, but he really only plays with like one little like thing.
Okay, so somebody told me once, and I've never tried it, but somebody told me once, if you have a cat that keeps fucking with your like the ornaments and shit on your Christmas tree, apparently there's a company that makes they're like kitty ornaments. So they're meant to hang on a tree. They look Christmassy, but you fill the fuckers with catnip and they leave everything else alone. They just go back and get a hit, get high a little bit.
Meanwhile, Garfield's just chilling at my feet like, yeah, I'm tired.
I'm not showing anyone my butthole today.
No, I know I don't have the thing set. You know, here I'll. Let's see if Garfield comes to say hi. Every time he tries to jump on this thing, because the carpet that I have isn't very steady for stuff, he ends up knocking it over. Come on. Come on, old man. You got this. I'll hold it for you. I'll even hold it for you so you can jump. I believe in
come
you.
on, old man. I'll even hold it for you. Someone clip just that part out of context.
Come on. Jump. You got
please.
This. Yeah.
For me.
Bro, are you really being lazy right now? Do it.
So I already did my song of the week. Because it was related to all of my stuff for like my weekly stuff was all rolled up into our conversation about Duolingo on Ice, because what the fuck, and thank you. Like it's so good, guys. I haven't even really it's I love it. It's clever, it's fun. But Bree, you had a song of the week that I want to hear about because I feel like it's related to something you talked about earlier.
So my song of the week this week is Defying Gravity from Wicked, which is it's the song that everybody is talking about that is talking about Wicked. The vocals, okay, Cynthia Erivo, you did not need to, but thank you for doing so. In the context of the movie, the song is like 14 minutes long because some of the song will play and then a scene will play out and then more of the song will play and then another scene will play out. But it's real good, and a lot of people are holding this. What is it they're saying? They're holding space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity. Basically, they're holding this song very near and dear to their hearts because it's basically a song about how in the context of like the movie, it's somebody who has kind of held back their entire life and how they are it's the let it go, basically. It's the let it go of Wicked.
Let it go.
Where it's like, you won't hold me back anymore. Somebody one time told me that anybody can learn how to fly and nobody is going to hold me down anymore. Yeah, it's kind of just, it's the let it go of Wicked.
That's fair. That's
fair. Yeah.
And it's really good, and it's just, if it was sung by somebody, well, because it has been sung by somebody else, Wicked is not a new thing. The Broadway version was back in like 2004. The book was before that. So many people have sung this song. Originally it was Idina Menzel, but like it's incredible. Most songs may fade this by Idina Menzel. Yes. Fucking let it go. Oh my god.
That's fair. That's fair.
And you have a song we've talked about before on the channel as your song of the week, Chris.
So I was gonna go with that, but then I changed my mind because there's something I do want to talk about that has happened in the music world since we last had our show. And we haven't gotten a chance to talk about it. But the release of From Zero, the new Linkin Park album, it's been out for a couple weeks. I've been raving about it to just about anyone that'll listen at this point. if I could pick an album of the week, I would pick that. But if I'm going to pick a song directly from it, it's probably Two Faced. Emily Armstrong is a perfect fit for that band. And it works so well. The Emptiness Machine is one that I've had on here as well. Casualty is great if you like heavy stuff. The cool thing about the album in itself is it is a love letter to every album they've ever put out, while also giving everything a new fresh start. Like there's each song you can pick out like a different era of Linkin Park that it's like representing. Everything from songs that feel like you're listening to Hybrid Theory, Meteora. I caught the hunting part, the one to the hunting party pretty easily. Living Things, like there's a couple songs that emulate Living Things. So if you're a Linkin Park fan, definitely check it out. It's a massive, massive success. Also, shout out to Poppy for dropping her new album, and it's fucking awesome. But yeah, I'd honestly, if I had to pick one right now off of that album, I would have to say Two Faced by Linkin Park is a fucking banger.
Nice.
Yeah. Bree, who is well, I know who's in your music corner because it's been someone you've been wanting to talk about for like
So my music corner this week is I feel like it's the pop girl of the year. It's Sabrina Carpenter, where she's been doing music for 10 years now. When she first got off of Girl Meets World, she immediately was signed to Hollywood Records, which is the recording company is under Disney. And she's been making music, but like steadily over the years, like within the last couple of years, like what was it, last year? Hold on, where's the thing at? Nope, it was in 2022 when she released her album Emails I Can't Send with the singles like Nonsense and Feather and All Because I Loved a Boy and things like that, and she's just steadily gotten more and more airplay. Unfortunately she opened up for Taylor Swift, but you know, that's helped get her more recognition. And then earlier this year she released her album Short and Sweet, and then she went on tour for that album. Just every single stop she made was completely sold out stadiums. This year she's gotten major like TikTok recognition, radio play with songs like Espresso, Taste, Please Please Please, and Good Graces, Juno, just constantly just popping out banger after banger after banger. She's currently up for a bunch of Grammys for next year. And it's just because like she was on Disney like right at my cutoff point when I stopped watching Disney, so I've slowly kept up with her career. But it's just it's been great seeing over the last 2 years or 2 or 3 years where she is just blown up out of nowhere, and I go Sabrina. She's single now, and I would like a chance, Sabrina.
Wait, what?
Yeah, her and Barry are no more.
When did that happen?
Recently, within like the last week.
Weren't they engaged?
They might have been, but no more.
Wow.
But that means Barry's also
Sabrina
single.
or Barry. Call me.
I'm about to say both of y'all. Actually,
Definitely.
no, Sabrina.
Yeah, if I had to choose between the two, it's Sabrina Carpenter. I'll tell you what, she has been killing it this year. She is definitely one of the biggest names in pop music right now, without question. And she's doing a great job. Her music's great. I fuck with Sabrina Carpenter for sure.
The only current downside is that because she's an adult, she's making, not like straight out just like raunchy music, but she's definitely making music that's like, hey, I'm an adult. And some parents are apparently trying to sue her or her label for taking their kids to her show, and she has songs that are about sex, and they were like, we were not prepared for her to be making suggestive songs and movements, and I'm like, that's on you. She's an adult.
My favorite thing about that is the fact that there are a lot of people that don't understand how lawsuits work.
Because people were mad about Olivia Rodrigo for the same thing, and I'm like, they're not on Disney anymore. They're adults.
Yeah. Olivia Rodrigo's like, what, 22 now?
Something like that. Sabrina's 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit's crazy.
It's the same shit that happened with Miley.
And because I was gonna say y'all's generation would probably be Chris's would probably be Britney.
No,
I mean,
Chris's is Miley, mine is Britney.
Dave.
No, mine was Miley.
I remember Britney, obviously, and Britney was, I don't know, it was crazy because it was Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and Jessica Simpson that were all like thrust into this like uber spotlight, and at that point, pop music, it wasn't the way it is now, like how big people are. That was really the first time that you had multiple people just being massive stars.
I would like to point out that those three women, along with Justin Timberlake and I think Joey Fatone, were all Mouseketeers on the Mickey Mouse Club at the same fucking time.
Yeah,
you know who else was part of that as well? Ryan Gosling.
I was about to say,
Ryan Gosling. Yeah, and it's funny because unfortunately Jessica's career kind of took a weird turn, and some shit was put out about her that wasn't true, and it kind of fucked her career over. But like, Britney's had mainstay. Obviously now she's not famous for her music anymore. Christina Aguilera is still Christina Aguilera.
She can still, she still can sing.
Get it? Yeah,
I'd
she
let
can still
her
sing.
Christina Maya Aguilera.
Anyway,
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
Dave's like, I just have to try to figure out how to recover from saying that because I don't know what it means. But we're just gonna. But
remember those two trains that I have zero control over? You're welcome.
That was one of them.
They just crashed.
One of them just pulled into the station and said some shit. And I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? And it's like, no explanations. You know better. And I'm like, well, all right. That's a thing that happened.
Dude, the 90s and the 2000s, how big people got.
Mm-hmm.
Like Michael Jackson for a very long time was like one of the most famous people on the planet. And then everybody became that famous. Like I equate a lot of fame now to like people that think about with like, well, not with the internet, just in general. Well, that's a big play, obviously, but like, think about the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, Elvis, all people that were huge, and they were really the only ones that were that big. The 90s hits, the dawn of the internet, and everyone's massive stars. And I think that's good for the music industry in some aspects, that people have more influences that they can pull from for themselves to grow as artists. You have more eyes on everything, and you can put your music out anywhere nowadays. You don't even need a record label.
Right.
I mean, look at people like Slipknot, who are one of the most famous metal bands ever, and they were like, we're going to go on our own. We're good. Metallica, also on their own, one of the most famous rock bands ever. They're putting out.
Well, and the funny thing is, while they have their own distribution channel through their website, can't you also get both of their stuff on both SoundCloud and Bandcamp?
I don't know how that works. I know for a while some artists were putting their stuff on SoundCloud because it was easier access. I'm not quite sure how all of that works right now. I haven't used SoundCloud in a long time, but
because you said like Metallica, I was gonna go a different direction because like I think both Lil Nas X and Megan Thee Stallion both got started on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
I know Lil Nas X definitely got started on SoundCloud. Yeah. I don't remember about Megan though.
I believe Megan did as well. Logic is another one who did that.
Yeah.
Justin
he
Bieber
got-
got started on YouTube.
Justin Bieber got started on YouTube. Yeah, but he got found
So
by
did Bo
Usher.
Burnham.
So
That's true.
you got
Bo
founded by
Burnham
one
got
of the
started
most...
by YouTube and got found
He
by
did.
all you bastards.
No, he started on Vine. Bo Burnham started on Vine. Don't
Okay,
do
we're
Vine
talking
like
about
that.
platforms that still exist and matter.
I was gonna say, 'cause the
Wow.
Ball Brothers also
Hey.
got started on Vine.
A lot of people got started on Vine. I know.
R.I.P. Vine.
A moment of silence for Vine. Jesus. Half a Smosh wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Vine.
You know what? Depending on which half, bye.
Courtney, Damien, Shane.
Okay, I like those three.
Straight
Those
chance.
are the dude. I know. Straight Chance can't hurt you.
I will
Straight
never
Chance in the
stop
background.
thinking about
Are you
Straight
ladies
Chance.
chattering?
I will never stop thinking about Straight Chance. It's scary.
Holy shit. But no, like I feel like we're in such a good place with music now. Because it's way more realistic to have a music career nowadays than it ever was. And you don't need to be in a big platform anymore to be someone who can grow.
Right, well, look at fucking Baby No Money and fucking what's his name, babe? The guy is she still in here? She's asleep.
I know. If we're talking about other rappers, I mean, Connor Price has blown
Connor
up.
Price, that's his name. That was
Connor
the other one I
Price
was
is
trying to think
independent
of.
as shit. Yeah, he's still not signed
Yeah.
with anyone. But Baby No Money's huge.
Connor Price is not only independent as shit and not signed with anyone, he's helping set up other people to do it the same way he is.
And he's killing it. He is fucking killing it. But yeah, I feel like
I got crazy respect for that fucking guy.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Connor Price. Big fan. I feel like we are in such a good place with music, and long past are the days of people like TLC, New Edition, Boys to Men, those artists who came up and were unceremoniously fucked over and robbed by record companies because they were young kids who just wanted their dreams to come true, and record labels took advantage of them. That world, it exists still, but thankfully it exists a lot less.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing, because music is about the art. So what it should always be about.
The thing is, I think we're going to start seeing the rebirth of like and different, obviously, but like, you remember the old MCNs?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to start seeing more of that again, just because, but done in a different way and in a positive way, because it makes more sense. Well, like, we almost kind of have a multi-channel network going through like LTN and Friends. Because there's LTN, there's my channel, there's your channel, there's Danger's channel, Fenn's channel, Zach's channel. You know what I mean? And we're all like affiliated with each other, not in any official capacity.
No, well, other than the fact that we are all senior staff, part of like the board of directors or whatever, and ownership of LTN Media as a whole. So,
and I had mentioned Fenn also, but Fenn is like our senior moderator since Zach has a different title.
Yeah, well, Fenn, Viking has been with us since the beginning, and as much shit as I give him, we're very thankful for him, and you guys all have your streams. We're even able to branch out into other things like the racing world with what I do with Miles on Motorsports and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think that's going to be something that comes back, but I think you're right that it's going to be in a more positive light, and it's not going to be Defy era Smosh, which was
Defy era Smosh, or all the fucking crazy shit that High Five went through because they got fucked over by their fucking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Was it something to do with their accounting company or something?
Mm-hmm. What Culture went through it. BuzzFeed with their stuff.
Yeah.
Which again, shout out to BuzzFeed for
fucking
being
College
successful.
Humor, which
College Humor went through a lot
look,
of the
everything
same shit.
good on College Humor
Funny
is
or
on
Die?
Dropout now.
Yeah, Funny or Die also went through a lot of that.
And a lot of those guys are on Dropout now too.
They're all on Dropout,
which is cool. Yeah, because like Drawfee was College Humor, and then they're doing their own thing now on YouTube. They kind of got the rights to the channel they were running anyway, and then they do a lot of stuff on Dropout too with everybody there. Not sponsored by Dropout, not affiliated with Dropout in any way. Just it's like, that is more the thing I think it's going to, is either that sort of thing where these people all have their own stuff, but there's this other bigger org that does shit. So like when we bring in people to do stuff with LTN would be kind of a good example of how I see Dropout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And I mean,
and then
like, I feel like the best example of seeing is, it's funny that Smosh is like the best example of what happens when you come back from that with good people that just want to see you shine. Ergo, when Defy collapsed, everything went, and Rhett and Link came on board and purchased Smosh, and they were like, hey, this is you guys, we want to keep you guys going. And then they built up over time, and then obviously now with Ian and Anthony back together and them owning Smosh again, and arguably their content being the best it's been in years. And I like the fact that both Ian and Anthony have taken a step back from like the games channel and the Smosh Pit. They're not on often. I
like that too, because I don't like Anthony, and
I know you're not a fan of Anthony.
Makes me weird. But Games and Pit are the only ones I ever watched, because I always thought their sketch comedy was lackluster and the writing was mediocre at best. But I'm hypercritical.
Yeah, and that's fair. But I like that Anthony had talked about it, I think, on a podcast that he had, or some podcast that he had said, while he loves being in those videos, he'd rather other people have that opportunity. And he goes, and from time to time, absolutely, I want to be in some of these videos, but he's like, I don't need to be in every video anymore. He's like, this company went so long without me being here, we don't need my face everywhere either. Because, granted, yes, it'd be nice for them to give Shane a little bit of a break, but I mean, the cast has grown so well.
Work that boy till he dies.
The cast's grown so well. I mean, obviously, you've still got like most of the OG squad, like Courtney, Shane, Damien, Noah, Olivia, Keith, which they're all kind of more part-time, except for Courtney and Shane. Because Damien's doing a lot of voiceover work. I know Keith's doing stuff, Noah's doing stuff. But like Arasha, Amanda, Angela, Chance, Tommy, Trevor, might as well can include Spencer as main cast at this point. Like, they've built such a great rapport that it's funny to think back to the Defy days where they struggled bad and they were done. And again, they came out of nowhere, came back. And I think that's going to be something we see in the future. And I very much agree with you that we're going to grow. I think, do we want to just jump into our musician of the week without Bree?
If you want to destroy my sweater, pull this thread as I walk away.
As I walk away, watch me unravel.
I'll soon be naked.
Lying on the floor. I've come undone. Why? How have we never covered that? We can make that happen.
That was our rendition of the Sweater Song by wE'rE, our musician of the week.
Indeed, actually, a fun thing, if you guys want to hear it, on my personal Twitch channel, there is still a video up of myself and Drew, who is one of the founders of LTN Media. We actually covered Say It Ain't So for a charity stream that I did 4 years ago now. that's a cool little thing that's still somewhere on my channel that I try to get to every now and then. Hopefully soon I'll be able to stream again. But yeah, wE'rE. Shout out to the squad, formed in 1992 in California. The band consists of Rivers Cuomo, who is the lead singer and founder, Patrick Wilson, Brian Bell, and Scott Schreiner. They are...
And all of these guys have, like, fucking Chad names. All right.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
No, you're not wrong. I love the fact that they can't be they can't be put into a box in a sense. They're a band that kind of does everything. They're listed as alternative. They're listed as power pop, pop rock, emo, pop punk, what's called geek rock, which Beverly Hills is very much so a geek rock song. I mean,
the sweater song is too.
The sweater song very much so is. I love that song.
It's so fun. And Beverly Hills. I really like that one too. And they covered a Cake song and I can't think of what it was now.
They did cover a Cake song. But they put out that cover album.
Right. But what band who's already established goes, you know what? We're just gonna cover a bunch of shit for this next one.
In 2019. This band had been around for almost 20 years. So the songs on that album: Africa by Toto, Everyone Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears, Sweet Dreams by Eurythmics, Take on Me by Aha, Happy Together by the Turtles, Paranoid by Black Sabbath, Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra, which I love that fucking song.
Right.
They did No Scrubs by TLC, Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, and they did a cover of Stand By Me. This album's fucking awesome. Their version of Africa is so great. But the fun thing about wE'rE is they have a lot of self-titled albums. All of them are a different color.
Right. So they call them like the red album, the green album, yada, yada, yada. But the problem is, as we move to digital media, that's going to get harder to do. wE'rE, start naming your fucking albums. I beg you.
For real. They've won, obviously, they've been nominated for numerous awards. They won a Grammy with the 2009 music video for Pork and Beans. They've kind of been everywhere. There's no way you've not heard a wE'rE song. I will put it to you that way. It is impossible to think that someone has never heard a wE'rE song.
Yeah.
Bree's looking like, I don't know, maybe. You've definitely heard a wE'rE song.
I looked it up and you started naming cover songs, so I was like, I know the cover songs, but then I looked it up and I saw Say It Ain't So, and I was like, if it's a song I'm thinking of, I know that song, but I don't know if that's part of the cover songs or not, because it also
it ain't so. Whoa.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
Okay.
You've probably heard Island in the Sun. Buddy Holly is another one that was big.
Ooh, ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, and you're Mary Tyler Moore. I don't care what they say about us anyway. I don't care about that.
They have 15 albums. Their last two were kind of fun little
dissing
plays.
My girl. Why have you got a front?
Dave. Sorry. The two most recent albums were like kind of themed. OK Human came out, which very much so feels like a Radiohead album. And then Van Weezer, which is just a Van Halen album. I think it's cool that they released those. They also have a bunch of EPs that they were releasing that were seasonal themed. They were all like really good.
Kind of like August Burns Red did.
Kind of, yeah. So in 2022, they released seasons, which is they have spring came out in March, summer came out in June, autumn came out in September, and winter came out in December, all on each various seasonal start, which I think was pretty cool.
I hear a
Yeah,
cat.
dude.
Come here, cat.
Your cat.
Nope.
We should have named
Come
this the
here,
cat episode.
Sense. Cat?
It's
It's gonna be stuck in
But
your head
yeah.
the rest of the night now, Chris.
Pretty much. I think it's also pretty badass that the main roster of band is all still there. Like for the most part, the original squad is still there. Not many
Right,
bands
because
can
didn't
say
one
that.
of them leave and go to college because his mom was mad or some shit?
I know, maybe, I think. Because Matt Sharp was the bassist for the first, 6 years of the band. But yeah, no, shout out to Weezer, for real. Big fan of Weezer. Definitely one of my top 10 favorites.
Yeah, no, Weezer's great.
Maybe
I like
one of
Weezer.
these weeks. Maybe one of these weeks we'll all have something that we all like. Because it's been who do we do? Because we've kind of done everyone.
Right.
Well, we did a couple people that we all knew. We did T-Pain. We all know T-Pain. We all know T-Pain.
So shout out to T-Pain, who last weekend had his cover of War Pigs featured on WWE Survivor Series War Games, the big premium live event that WWE just had. I was watching it with Jake and he goes, "That's T-Pain?" I was like, "Yeah, T-Pain can sing."
Oh yeah.
T-Pain can fucking sing.
He's also bigger and or smaller than you think he is, depending on whether or not you saw him in that big ass coat the first time you saw him.
Right. I'm gonna buy you a drink.
And then
I was gonna say, I knew you'd know exactly what I was talking about.
Well, that's kind of the thing, right? That's why I told you. I don't know if you ended up listening to it, but the cover album that he did was phenomenal. Like, he was crushing it with the songs he was doing.
he also just released a song like a month ago, I think, called "Does She Know?" And I don't think there's any auto tune on it, if I remember correctly.
I think he was tired of people thinking he couldn't sing.
No, the man could always sing.
Yeah,
it was an artistic choice,
and it was great for him at that point. But yeah, isn't that crazy? I know. I'm so excited. We're like a week and a half away from WWE SmackDown in my area. So
are you
that'll be
going?
fun. Yes. Yep. Jake and I are going.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that.
So the problem is there's a special event the next that's like in Long Island, and I was like, oh fuck, we could do that. And then Jake was like, no, that's like the day after, like SmackDown. I was like, oh shit, really? Which is going to be cool. We're going to be there for probably some really cool stuff. It's what's called a go home show, which is a show before like a big event, a pay-per-view type. So I'll be excited. We'll see my boy Cody Rhodes, for sure. I can't wait to go. I haven't been to SmackDown. I haven't been to a WWE event in probably 6 years. 5, 6 years.
It's been about 27 for me.
I've never been.
They're real fun. I know Jake's never been, so I'm excited. It's funny. I've had multiple people over the past few months text me and be like, dude, you'd be proud of me. I watched my first WWE event and I get it. And I'm like, it's cool that wrestling is cool again. Like it was when I was a kid. Like everyone talked about wrestling. and now it's got this resurgence where it's like huge. One of the moments from last weekend has over 170 million views on social media, which is insane. I never thought I'd see those numbers for WWE. So wrestling's cool again, and people stopped making fun of me a few years ago because I'm a wrestling fan.
Who did?
A lot of people in general. I used to get picked on because I was a wrestling fan, and now people are like, "Yeah, I get it." One of my buddies actually texted me, and I was like, "Dude, you should
more.
make fun of me because I'm a wrestling fan."
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because you need a reason to make fun of me.
Because
Dave's a bully.
Yep.
I'm a retired wrestling fan.
My girlfriend is a wrestling fan, so I have to be real quiet.
Which it's funny, considering the theatrics behind it. I'm surprised you don't like it, Dave.
Oh, okay. So, full disclosure, I don't dislike it, but I do have an aversion to it because they tried very hard when I was watching to make it seem like everything was real and weren't as open about how it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I noticed some things and went, oh, so they're just lying to us. And it just kind of turned me off to the whole idea.
The beauty is now
not because that they were lying to us, but because they weren't honest about it.
Yeah, and like now everyone knows it's not real, and I think that kind of helps.
It made it better, probably.
People see it as entertainment now. And Jake, if you want to chime in and talk about it too, because
my thing is, I'm still so burnt from fucking being irritated about that when I was a kid.
Yeah,
you know. But also, like the year I found out Santa wasn't real, I burned down a mall. So,
hold on. Hold on.
Slide past it. We're just gonna slide past that.
You're gonna softball that one in there, and we're not gonna talk about this.
No, we're just gonna slide past it.
Okay.
What I was going to say was that even when I was a kid, I thought it was real, and I still liked it. Like I thought The Miz was an actual asshole, and I hated that man. But
and then you find out he's just a sweetheart.
Yes, who's playing a character. When I was a kid, I didn't realize they were characters. I thought The Undertaker was a dead man who came back. I was stupid.
I think,
okay.
Well, like to be fair, I think The Undertaker might actually be magic. I don't know.
No. That man has been wrestling for 30 fucking years.
And
it's the same. It is the same guy.
Yeah. Mark Callow, dude. Cody Rhodes talks about it because he came out in WrestleMania to help him beat Roman Reigns for the championship, and he talks about it. He goes, it's different on TV, right? When the arena blacks out, it's completely black. He goes, you can still see some stuff when you're in an arena. He goes, I heard his music hit. Everything went dark. I saw this man who's in his 50s sprinting down, jumps in, shows up. He goes, I look, the lights go out, and he's just gone. He goes, listen, as the son of Dusty Rhodes, he goes, I don't know, man. I think he might actually be magical. I was like, yes. The one thing that will never die is the Undertaker's gimmick. Everybody knows the Undertaker.
You either know or are afraid.
He was and still probably is my favorite wrestler because his branding is so tight. And not tight as in cool, but tight as in like solid and well assembled.
He never broke character, and they all tried so hard.
Uh-huh.
My favorite.
I saw a cage match that and this cage match is part of the reason that I started figuring shit out. And I don't remember who he was fighting, but Goldust comes into the cage and does something, and Goldust apparently wasn't supposed to show up at all because there was no preemptive move, and he just punches the Undertaker in the back of the head, and the Undertaker turned around and went,
So and
then
the
picked up
Undertaker,
Goldust by the throat and beat him against the side of the fucking cage until like not the referees, but like the producers came in and pulled him off and made the fight stop.
So the Undertaker was always known and still is known as Sheriff. Like, he was the guy. You had a problem, you talked to him. If there was a problem, he handled it. And that was that. You didn't disrespect the Undertaker. You didn't talk back to the Undertaker. He was the judge, jury, and executioner. Shout out to Goldust, who is Cody Rhodes' older brother, oldest son of Dusty Rhodes. He was doing some crazy shit. He came in at a good time because the later years when Vince McMahon was still involved, wrestling was terrible. And I mean, there was a lot. Everyone talks about how amazing the Attitude Era was from the late 90s to the 2000s, and it was great. But there was a lot of stuff that they were doing wrong. Like the bra and panty matches, like very much so sexualizing women. That's not a thing anymore. If anything, most of the best matches are the women's matches because of people like Lita, Trish Stratus, who were like, at that time, they're like, no.
As someone who remembers the bra and panty
that.
matches, I thought they were all right.
Yeah, but like in the grand scheme of like women actually being seen as real wrestlers, that wasn't it. And you had a couple of them that were amazing.
You're right. They should wrestle like they should all wrestle like they did in the old days, fucking naked.
Nobody wrestled naked in the old days.
Yes, they did. Original Greco-Roman wrestling dating back to the dawn of the word wrestling.
Oh, well, yeah.
They wrestled naked.
But pro wrestling, Dave.
They were professionals because if they lost, they got killed.
Okay, that's a very different thing, and you know it. That's comparing apples to oranges.
I second that for Austin Theory.
Austin Theory's hot. Let's not pretend. And like the fact of Rhea Ripley becoming kind of a, household name just from social media. Just from social media alone.
The really big muscly mommy.
Yes.
Oh, pass.
Who is Jake's straight crush? Who's, I think, most people's crush.
Yes.
Hey, listen.
Because there's her, there's Becky Lynch.
I'm on board for
Liv
whatever.
Morgan, which I've heard things for the recent Liv Morgan.
Shudders and sexual confusion.
But Liv Morgan's still hot. And then Alexa
Jake hates
Bliss.
Liv Morgan. I love Liv.
And then Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill. Yes. That woman is beautiful. Jacked out of her fucking mind, but beautiful. Like, she could genuinely be a supermodel. Beautiful woman.
She could genuinely step on me.
She's anyway. Right now. Anyway. But yeah, no, that's coming up. I'm excited. If you guys are on mics, if you guys follow me, I'll probably get flooded with WWE stuff. I think, unfortunately, it is time to end. Thank you guys so much for being here today. If you haven't checked us out on socials, let me, with my janky ass setup now, check out our socials. I'm gonna have to, in the next couple days, make sure our TikTok is on there, as well as Pucked Up's TikTok. That's actually been going kind of well for us. We're seeing a little bit of growth here with that. So make sure you're checking out Pucked Up if you guys are hockey fans. It's D, Danger, and myself, and Maul has kind of become a recurring character on the show as well. Which is really cool. Dude, okay, so we had to miss last week's recording because like 5 minutes before we were about to start, Maul's computer decided it no longer wanted to exist.
Yeah.
It tried to self-delete.
It really did. So it was me, him, and
tried
Zach
to commit
in a
Sudoku?
call. Yes. It was me, Zach, and Maul in a call trying for Zach to help him like get it fixed. Maul was like, "Yep, it looks like I'm gonna owe Zach some dinner." I was like, "Yeah, probably." But yeah, so when his computer, what?
No, I was just going to say there is one more thing I wanted to mention before we end. Spotify Wrapped has finally dropped. If you have not seen it already, I don't know if anybody else has been checking daily, but I have been checking daily. So then when I saw it this morning, I was like, finally! So yes, if you If you are a regular Spotify user and you would like to share your Spotify Wrapped in the Music Talk Discord, you may. I already shared mine.
Also,
yeah.
Another bit of news kind of related to what I said earlier, but here at LTN, we've often partnered with Super Secret Craft to do things. I don't know what that partnership is going to look like for this season, we'll call it. But if anybody is interested in seeing what that's going to look like, shortly after we end here, I'll be going live on my own channel to do some play testing, take some suggestions, talk about what's in the pack, yada, yada, yada.
And maybe, I don't know if you guys, anyone saw it, but during season 1, Dave and I did a recap show with Zach. And we would occasionally have some special guests on the show, but we would do like a weekly recap of like funny moments and stuff. And it was pretty cool. So that'd be fun to get involved with. Again, I keep wanting to commit to getting involved with Super Secret Craft, but we haven't gotten my computer to a point where it won't explode. My computer struggles to run iRacing right now, and it runs iRacing perfect. Just don't expect it to run anything else.
It could do that with this pack.
Yeah, so like streaming it would
not
be out
with
of
the shaders on
right now.
But you need a better processor, honestly, and you're in the clear. I think you won't be able to run shaders, but
I mean, tax return time's coming, so I've budgeted it out to be able. I found to get what I want, it's like $500 for both the graphics card and the processor. So and those are pretty new tech. Like it's not top of the line, but it's like within the last couple years.
Oh yeah, and it'll put you basically on par with what I'm running.
I built
your machine basically to be the same as my machine without a graphics card or a processor.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm running a Ryzen 3 processor and a fucking 1060 for graphics card. So
right.
This computer
I'm running a
doesn't owe me
1060 for a graphics card.
Yeah, but for what specifically?
So I have an output for that monitor. That's all it does.
See, I think I'm going to switch to a Ryzen 5. I found a 50 for, so it's,
right.
And the MSI one, so at least I know it's a shit version because MSI is kind of making Nvidia's best shit right now. So.
Oh yeah, no. I because you're looking at the Ventus 2 pack, right? Yeah, I have the Ventus.
Yeah, I believe so.
2.
Yeah.
And I have an MSI main board.
But yeah.
Corsair power supply. Team T NVMe drive. I actually want to get another one of those. Sometimes, and I've been keeping an eye on them, but sometimes like they'll have a 1 gig NVMe drive go on sale for like $40 or $50. So if I see that happen, I'll shoot you a message, Chris.
Okay, for sure.
Because that'll help with load times in like bigger, stauncher games.
Right, and like I said, I need to upgrade my hard drive too because that's super. My computer was basically a Frankenstein build that was put together by hopes and dreams, and the fact that I've gotten almost 3 years out of this fucking thing, or it's about 2 years.
And half the parts are still modern, new enough to, you're just limping along on this stuff we couldn't afford to replace at the peak of, oh my God, why our graphics card's $2,000.
Yeah, I know. We got this when the peak of all tech shit went crazy through the roof. So, That being said, if you guys are watching us on YouTube, make sure you're liking and subscribing. Hit that notification bell. Lets you know anytime we upload stuff. And we are hopefully looking at 2025 returning a lot of gaming video exclusive content that we're going to have up for you guys over there. If you're watching this on Spotify, you're a fucking legend. We love you.
If you're watching this on Spotify?
Yeah.
You can watch on Spotify.
You can watch on Spotify. Yeah. I've been uploading video formats for both Pucked Up and Less Than Normal for a while now.
Also, hopefully coming in 2025, because I'm still writing scripts, we might start doing some listicle content from time to time on YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like
it's something we've talked about, because like we every once in a while we'll have an idea for a funny list, or like see a list someone else did and disagree with it wholesale. Because I know, remember when we saw that list? I don't remember who did it, but it was a list of like the best Halloween snacks or whatever, and we're both like, why the fuck? Because they had the
shit.
Well, because they had the fucking weird, gross pumpkin toffee things at the top. I'm like, who even likes those?
70-year-old women like those.
I've been high. I still don't like them.
Same.
Those weird crusty peanut butter ones were like number 3, and I'm like, they don't taste like peanut butter. They taste like dog food. What the fuck is this? I was so mad at that list.
But
if it's the same list I'm thinking of, that whole list is questionable.
Yeah.
Yes, it's probably the exact same list. You were probably involved in that conversation.
There's a good chance.
Because like candy corn was on the list, and I'm like, okay, candy corn is passable at least, but it's not a top 10.
Also, maybe in 2025, Dave and I will finally release an episode of After Midnight, which is something that Dave and I have been trying to get off the ground for years now, and it just never worked out that it was either a good enough recording or something that we felt we should put out.
We haven't had
chilling time.
Right, because with the work schedule you were doing there for a while was fucking crazy.
Yeah, and then obviously now with me taking on a bigger role with Miles on Motorsports next year and doing a lot more racing content, and then like some other stuff I want to, my plate is full during the week.
It's okay.
So
Saturday after Bard Files or my stream or whatever ends up happening Saturday, I will wrangle Chris, and we're gonna pick some stupid shit on the internet and bullshit with each other while we look at and or interact with other stupid shit on the internet. Maybe I found some really so I went to see a psychiatrist yesterday.
Whoever that
because they're also an insomnia specialist and yada yada yada, right? And you all know I don't like to leave my house. Maybe gonna do something about that. Maybe not. I like it here. It's where all my stuff is at.
That's what I fucking say. People are like, why do you stay home? All my shit is here. Where do I need to go? I have everything I need right here. I have a mini fridge in my room.
There's food. There's a bathroom.
Yeah.
Girlfriend. My girlfriend is here now too.
Yeah.
My boyfriend
says
yay.
Now
you...
So like, I'm sorry. But yeah, so like, but anyway, couple of things. First, there was a man yelling at the top of his lungs, among other things, that he was born on Thanksgiving, that he came to give his therapist a message, or not his therapist, but his psychiatrist a message, but his psychiatrist wouldn't listen because he hates God. He's from the Bible, apparently.
Wow, shout out to him from being from a book.
Right. So like,
Seems like this is not starting off well.
That was real fun. No, that was near the end.
I'm trying not to laugh at
when I was
yell.
Leaving. No, it was hilarious.
It's like, no, this shit was great.
It was great. I think he knew it was, well, he probably didn't know much anyway. And then he left, and then he came back and started yelling some more. So I stood up because I looked around the room and I saw at that time of day, because I go to appointments in the afternoon. I ain't fighting with people when they get out of fucking work. Are you kidding me? I'm going to go at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Fuck you.
1 o'clock.
But so I'm looking around and I'm seeing like elderly people. There was a tiny Asian woman. The staff, who were all, well, okay, they were all bigger than this gentleman, but so I'm like, okay, I'll stand up just in case anything, untoward happens. I can step in, right? And I would have hugged that man and said, "Jesus loves you," but I think you're an asshole.
Now leave.
There's the door. But no, so they made me take this test called the Connors something or other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if I can find it and make you take it.
Okay.
So it's to rule out ADD or ADHD is what it's for. That being said, the test itself, you stare at a white screen and letters flash on the screen. And whenever a letter flashes on the screen, you hit spacebar. Unless it's an X. If it's an X, you don't touch anything.
But X is a letter.
I know, right? Anyway. Come on, Darwin. Quit looking at my tits.
My eyes are up here, Darwin.
My eyes are up here, bud. Worst video game I've ever played. Whether you get it right or wrong, as it's flashing these, it doesn't respond. No matter what you do, nothing about how the program works changes. It just does whatever it does, right? Which, bad enough to begin with. On top of that, at the end, it's like, done, and doesn't say anything. And I'm like,
did I win?
This is so bad. There was no music. The graphics were terrible. It was black on white. Like, worst video game I've ever played. 1 out of 10.
What
that
would
being
IGN
said,
rate it?
IGN would probably rate it a 6.
A 6.
And that's pretty bad for IGN. They rate almost everything at least a 7. Well, if you're one of their advertising partners, I should say.
If not, get
but no. But I think it would be funny to find a bunch of tests like that and make each other do them.
I know.
I got a test I need to take, but I don't want to know the answer to the test.
We all know the answer already. You just don't want it in writing.
I don't want to take the test.
Because you want to deny everything.
Because what did you got to get above a 65?
I don't know. She's talking about the autism test, Dave.
Oh.
Angel says that it's not a diagnosis, it's peer review whenever they tell me.
You are both
correct.
Incredibly delusional, but that's true.
Also, I don't think you're an autistic person. You might be. You could be on the spectrum.
See, crap. I told you.
Time out. I do think you have a variety of anxiety disorders.
We know that.
Right.
Like, no shit.
And
tell me next that I have anxiety?
Maybe just a little bit of a compulsion thing, but like not OCD, just like as a coping mechanism. That isn't a tick. Enough time. So be thankful it's not a tick.
I've spent enough time with Bree. She's autistic as shit.
Shut up, Chris. It's not on
the rest. What the rest of us are, so you would just match the rest of us in the show.
The doctor hasn't written it on the magic piece of paper and given it to me.
This has been like a 15-minute fucking outro.
Yep. Watch Dave play Minecraft.
Yes, we're gonna go raid Dave. I'm gonna turn my AC on or open a window because it's hot as fuck in my room right now.
I'm sorry you had to look at me for the last couple hours.
And the reason that I keep all my lights purple is so you guys don't go blind with my bald ass head. You can even see shine. Yeah, listen, I'm here for you. On that note, Bree, do you want to hit us with the outro?
Until we see y'all again, keep it simple, stay weird, don't take tests. Goodbye.
Goblin Dick.